Shot shape is one of the most important parts of the golf game. What most people don't understand is even the pros aren't hitting straight shots 90% of the time. It's really important to be able to work the ball at least one of these two directions to have something as your stock shot, but understanding the principles that goes into it to make it both go left to right and right to left. To start with, we're going to go with my stock shot, the fade. I personally prefer a fade which starts up the left and moves to the right. I like it because it's far more forgiving than a draw. Something that's a little easier to hit if you're not in the physical best condition, which a lot of times I'm not, and it's something that I go to on course all the time. To start off with this fade here, the big things that you're going to want to think about when this happens is you want to make sure your feet are aimed off to the left of what your target would be. When you're swinging the club, the reason you want the feet aimed to the left, you're going to be going up and you want to feel those hands cutting across your body, which is going to create a motion cutting across the ball, creating a side spin, sending it to the left and moving it back to the right. One of the key fundamentals in doing this as well is getting the ball slightly more on your left foot. You don't want it too far up there, and you can be a little bit closer to the ball. If you tend to get too far away, it'll flatten your swing too much and make you draw it a little easier. So I'll get over the ball here, get that up on my left foot, and hopefully hit a nice fade. The fade, like I said, is going to be most people's go-to, and the big difference between a fade and a slice is the amount it's going. You got to be careful because as you're cutting across that ball, you could easily start slicing it. If you do that, one of the things to think about is my takeaway going straight out or am I coming out and around? You also can feel like those hands get a little bit higher to cut across your body, or if you wind up a little too low, you may draw it over a little easier. That was a real tight fade, but it faded. Now for the draw, we're going to be doing something a little different than that. This is something that not everybody can do. I've been battling injuries for the last 6 months, and I just finally was able to start hitting draws again about 2 months ago. For a draw, you want to make sure that you're spaced out from the ball just a little more, reaching out for it. And now you want your feet aimed out a little bit right at target. You want to set it up to the point where you feel like you're swinging out to the target. And that way you're hitting the ball and getting that side spin coming back towards the middle of your target area. This one, you don't want the ball on your left foot either. You want it a little more centered, if not a little more back in your stance. And you can close down the club face just a little bit more in your stance to help promote some of that draw motion. Draws are very temperamental though. It's easy to lose them left and right, but there are going to be opportunities where you're going to have to hit something maybe around some trees and stuff like that. And that's exactly where you're going to want this in the bag. Personally, I like to come out here on the range and just kind of imagine targets out there where I'm going to start it up the right in this dead grass, draw it back into the good green grass. Didn't start it out quite as far right as I wanted to, but definitely drew over. And you can get as aggressive as you want with these shots both directions. We'll hit a big sling and draw here. Try to see if I can actually get that in motion here today. That was nice. And then same thing, you can hit a big slinging fade too. Generally when you draw the ball, you'll get a little more ground spin, where it means it's going to roll out a little more. And fades are going to drop and stop and go a little shorter overall. This is also a great way to take distance off the ball when you're hitting fades, or add distance to the ball if you're hitting draws. Try to get a little more out of your club. This one, let's see if we can hit a big slinging fade. That was nice too. I really hope you can make it out to the range and practice these shots out. Let me know below in the comments if you're having success with this and what other tips you'd like for in the future. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for all the future upcoming videos we have. We look forward to seeing you in another video.